He
I
was
think it was tension, it was passion. And Uguma, I don't know if you guys agree with me. The more I watch Timber play now, the more I'm telling myself, if this guy was fit last season, Arsenal would have won the league.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Stop it.
I got into that
I'm
conversation.
the level of the game that was played today. This was Arsenal Tottenham, you know. So like Basono said, the referee had to manage it. Did he manage it properly? No, but given the situation and given the pressure he was under, I
Yes, the game of the weekend, Arsenal away to Tottenham Forest. There was everything, the build-up, the absenteeisms for Arsenal and Tottenham, the injury, the suspensions, the derby banter, everything was on this one for today. And boy, I believe it built to that expectation. For many Arsenal fans or people out there felt that Arsenal was short in this one to get all 3 points or even get a draw from the game. And I know people that watch, our viewers out there, I said it that it's not time to panic at all. I think we could mention it as well. I believe that I don't know why I felt that Arsenal should not panic. They still have what it takes to win the game. I believe that it was going to be a defensive performance to get anything out of the game. If Arsenal doesn't perform defensive as we know them, they will lose the game. Going forward was a bit shaky. Of course, when you lose a mercurial captain like Odegaard in a crucial game like this, Declan Rice engine, obviously you're going to lose something in your midfield. And I kind of mentioned that Arteta was going to find a way because he was calm about the situation. He didn't really talk much about it. And today, I want to give my own opinion, then you guys can react to it if it's true. I feel that a lot of people feel that Arsenal play defensive football. I don't think so. I think what Tata did was he realized that with the pace of Partey and Jorginho in the midfield, Arsenal is not going to be able to go end to end with Tottenham. So he kind of intentionally slowed the pace of the game, which was uncomfortable for Tottenham today. Tottenham couldn't really deal with that, and built from there. Of course, relied on the corner kick, which everybody that knows Tottenham knows that their goalkeeper, as tall as he is, never likes the ball in the 6-yard box. Once you can put your corner kick within that 6-yard box, you have a chance. He never comes. Even if the ball is played where he's standing, he never goes for it. They know. Everybody knows that. And if you remember last season, Arsenal did exactly the same thing. They scored 2 goals from corner kicks against Tottenham last season as well, the same manner. So once that happened, he knew he had a chance, and they took that chance, and that was the story of the game. So I don't know, Ugum, let me start with you. What was the overall reaction to Arsenal 1, Tottenham 0?
I think it was a smart, pragmatic, experienced performance by Arsenal. Arsenal have shown that they've learned lessons from the past few seasons. They've matured and they've grown as a team. Considering the people that were missing from the Arsenal squad, Odegaard and Rice especially, Zinchenko would have been an option in midfield, as we discussed last week. After we heard about Odegaard, it turned out that he was also unavailable because of injury. So I was surprised the way Arsenal rallied together. I wasn't surprised that we played more defensively than usual, allowing Tottenham to have the ball and trying to block all the channels and making one of the best things they did was keeping James Maddison as far away from the 18-yard box as possible, because he pulls a lot of strings. If you allow him space right in front of that 18-yard box, he can hurt you. He can hurt you with passes. He can hurt you with passes. He can hurt you with shots. So, but they kept him closer to the center of the field, more towards the center circle. He was dropping to try and build. Once you could see that once he controlled the ball, they will rush him. I think Saka did a great job there. Combination of Saka, Jorginho, and Partey kept him away from putting pressure on the back four, and that helped a lot. I wanted to mention James Madison. You see, I watched this player at Leicester City a lot. When it was time for him to be bought, Arsenal were one of the suitors, and I was secretly hoping that Arsenal will not buy James Madison. There's something about that guy that screams unreliability to me. He's very gifted, very gifted. I admit that. Very talented, but when the chips are down,
Bless your soul.
when your back is against the wall,
What
James
this
Madison
conversation
not,
last season, if you remember?
God
yeah,
bless you.
is
God
not
bless
the player. He's not the player to count on. So I mean, he's proven it to me over and over. On his good day, he can be, he can kill you, do everything to you, but when that performance is required the most, he doesn't produce it. So Arsenal did well today. The defense played really well. Again, David Raya, we are seeing why Arteta made his decision to, go for that guy against all odds, against a fan favorite like Ramsdale.
Ramsdale.
Yeah, so they did well. Havertz, again, has become a very reliable player. I watched him play for Germany in midweek, their international games. Does his job. You feel his presence. He did it again today. Unfortunately, Arsenal were able to score and get away with it. Yeah.
Yeah, just the year now. I was having a chat before we started. Chuma, I will come to you. Like I said, I felt that Tottenham didn't really create chances. They had a lot of possession. They had shots, but there wasn't really something that could. For the first time in a long time, watching Arsenal go into games like this, I wasn't shivering. I wasn't catching a fever. Somehow I was relaxed because I couldn't really see. There was nothing. I knew Tottenham could score, but there wasn't. It wasn't for me. It wasn't evident that they're going to score. So I felt a little bit more relaxed than I used to when I watch games like this. But you think otherwise. So I don't know what stood out for you in this game. What did Arsenal do, or what did Tottenham not do to win the game?
So we all know how Ange plays his ball. He likes that high line, right? And he didn't shy away from it today either. The chances that Arsenal had were from one or two passes beating the defense because the line was way too high. I will tell you this: Arsenal did not miss Rice one single bit. The player that they missed was Odegaard because I could barely notice Saka for the first 60 minutes of the game. As a matter of fact, the kid that they substituted Saka for was way more mobile than Saka in this game. That Nwaneri or whatever his name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy is very good. That guy is very good. This might not be a very popular opinion, but for today, after watching the game for the whole 90 minutes, and of course, hindsight is 2020, I would have started that kid over Saka.
No, Saka was poor today. Saka was poor. But
Saka was very poor today. Save for the assist, Saka was very poor.
Yeah.
But one thing that Arsenal, like you said, Arsenal is learning is you have to be a chameleon. Yeah, you have to adapt. When you
Chief Justice, just not to cut you off, you see the defensive work that Saka did today.
Yes.
Go see the game again.
Yes.
That's where the difference would lie.
Yes, but still,
I watched the game. He nicked one or two balls off of the captain, the Tottenham captain, Son. Yeah. He nicked one or two balls off of him. But apart from that, Saka is not on the field to play defense. He has done that before. He has done that seasons ago. Now he's on the field to score goals. Saka does the same thing every game, and people keep asking, how can we figure this guy out? He gets the ball, puts it on his left, he calls, and the ball is in the net. He could not do that today.
Yeah,
Udogie had him in the back pocket. Even the injury that he ended up sustaining, if you ask me, I think it was more of an injury of the pride rather than a physical injury, because Saka did not do much today.
He had a poor game.
With that being said, Jorginho and Partey did what they needed to do. Saliba, oh my God, that guy, I'm jealous. I'm jealous because that guy is the Bentley of defenders. He is very calm. His positional sense is out of this world. Jesus is like a rabid dog. You can beat Jesus with 1-2 pass, but Saliba, no matter what you bring against that guy, If it's one-on-one, he's there. If you want to do X and O's, he's there. If you want to do 1-2, he's there. Saliba is the guy that I don't know how you guys managed to get that guy playing this way, but I don't even know what to say. That guy is.
Sent him home.
Yeah, but I agree with you. But what I don't agree with you is the Gabriel Magalhaes. Gabriel Magalhaes was supreme today. He blocked.
He was. He was.
Come on, man. Give that guy some flowers.
What I'm saying is, Gabriel is the kind of.
Of course, they are different. They are different type of players.
Gabriel is the kind of player that you can actually use a pass and beat Gabriel, because Gabriel relies mostly on his athleticism as opposed to Saliba that actually reads the game.
No,
I can't tell you how many.
The guy is Saliba is too much.
He's way too calm for a central defender. He is way too calm for a central defender. That guy is something. I mean, there were even times where the guy was so confident that he would leave his position, get into the midfield, and he'd still be able to recover. And when you look at this kid, he's got to be pushing 200, 220 pounds, and yet he's still that mobile and he's still so calm. That guy is something else.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm very jealous. So Arteta definitely had a game plan and it worked out. Did it work out the way he wanted it to? I can almost guarantee you didn't, because Tottenham dominated the game today. Raya was out of this world as usual. Tottenham couldn't convert their chances. Angie played, in my opinion, he played some players that shouldn't have been played. The guy that played on the right side, that plays for New Zealand or so, that got bought.
Johnson is always he's a great choice. I don't know. He's toothless. I don't know why he used studying games for Tottenham.
Yeah, that kid. I don't know what he does in practice.
He doesn't have end product.
I don't know what he does in practice that makes him get on the lineup every game. But
yeah, honestly.
But kudos to Arsenal. Kudos to Arsenal. That header from Gabriel, I mean, no goalie would have stopped it. You know, that was a powerful header. People are saying it was a foul. I don't think the push was that much. No, I don't think it was that much of a push.
Even what's his name? Cristian Romero didn't complain about it.
That was a very powerful header. So great job to Arsenal for winning today's game. Odegaard, you guys need that guy back, because he seems to be the only player that can get Saka into the game. So you guys need to find out who his replacement is.
Yeah, but to the contrary, that one, the flashes that he showed today, it looks like he can play in that, not as Odegaard, of course, but it looks like if you give him a chance, he would deliver in that role. So let's see what the games coming up. So Chema, let me ask you, I'm of the opinion that once this team is back, you have Rice, Odegaard back, Martinelli needs to sit out some games. Martinelli, for me, the more I watch him, the more I see an unintelligent player. I see a player that is not, he has issues to sort out, because he makes the same mistakes over and over and over and again, gets into positions, final ball problem, either he can't score or do the final pass. You know, so I don't know if you agree with me. I know he's your boy. But I think
he's my boy.
I think today Arsenal had limited chances, and the ones that came to him, he couldn't do nothing with them, and they were all wasted. I don't know what you think about his performance today.
Well, for the first time, I'm going to start a launch for Martinelli. Send him to France. Loan, whatever we have to do. Send him to France.
Send him to Lille.
Send him, wherever we send Saliba to, that's where I want him to go. See. That boy has speed, but something. Maybe it's in the head. It's in the head. I saw him make runs there. And in fact, nobody even wants to talk about Trossard. He made Trossard look lost. What were they doing there? Both of them, what were they doing in that game together?
No, I think Trossard was doing the defensive work. I saw him.
I actually like Trossard's game today.
He was all about the play. He played today, but Martinelli, come on. Martinelli, over and over. I think
let me answer the question.
Go ahead.
That question. So Martinelli, not so good. We need to get him out quickly, like right now. And I'm hoping that, what's his name now? Sterling. We're depending on him, because yes, he came and ran as usual, like a bicycle without
So he
You
came
know,
out.
yeah, of course we saw him. He came to run, and I'm just hoping that he helps himself to Martinelli's job. I think Martinelli needs to go somewhere. Let's send him to what's the name of this Ed Sheeran's club? Ipswich for loan. Yeah,
Mm.
let's send him there.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
will be better.
well, one thing I know is that I think that was 2 seasons ago, last season, that he was benched for a few games. He came back stronger. Maybe that's what he needs. Not really
No,
a
not
game,
bench.
but
Not bench.
sitting out some
It's a head
games
thing.
probably will help him. Because I don't. Martinelli has been awful, and this started from back end of last season into this season. 4 games into the season, the same thing. Last season he scored just 7 goals. That tells you
Not.
how poor, and he played a lot of games. So yeah, I think Martinelli and like Ugu mentioned, Kai Havertz was immense in this game today as well. He has
Huge.
he's
Huge.
Yeah.
really he has grown to a very massive stature for Arsenal. I don't even know, and maybe that's one of the reasons why I thought I did not sign a track at this. Somebody didn't really push for, because with what he has done from half of last season till now, how do you even look at me in the face and put him on the bench? How?
No, you
Because
can't.
the
So
guy, the
much
guy has
work.
been massive for us now. So yeah, and for us to close, Ubumi, you're a referee. Let me bring you into this one. The referee today, if you ask me, I think was awful. And
8 yellow cards.
sorry,
8 yellow cards. Abi entered 9.
it's not even about how many. I mean, yesterday we had 14, and Chelsea and
Bournemouth.
Beaumont had 14 yellow cards. But this guy was so unintelligent, or maybe he came in with an agenda and it backfired on him. The yellow card came out very early and for frivolous reasons, and he had no choice, and he kept going. And for me, I'm of the opinion that the players actually helped him, because those players, both Tottenham and Arsenal players, were so mature that after their yellow card, they composed themselves and they didn't give him any chance to bring out any stupid red card, because the way he started that game as a referee, I thought there was going to be a red card in that game, but somehow the player did a good job, and that did not happen. You talk about the yellow card on Saliba. I don't understand how that's a yellow card. You talk about the ball that touched the Tottenham the defender after Vicario's save. They said it's not a penalty. So as a referee, can you help us with that referee's performance today?
Conversely, I thought the referee was great. I thought the referee was great.
I know, the Freeze Junior.
Yes. Yeah. You see, in doing some games, the mindset of a referee is, how do I best manage this game, especially considering the noise around it, right? You either choose to put your foot on the pedal, or you choose to take your foot off the pedal. Whichever one you choose, you have to be consistent with it. That's the bottom line. You don't put your foot on the pedal for one offense and take your foot off the pedal for the other offense. That's a recipe for disaster for a referee. So I could understand where he was coming from. Once he started giving the cards, you have to give, for commensurate offenses, you have to stay consistent. That's what makes you, so that at the end of the day, they call you and say, hey, why did you give a yellow for this foul and you didn't give a yellow for this foul? It shows you're indecisive. It shows you allow biases to come into play. And I know this because we do games, like there's an adult league we do, and you know that facing certain teams, there's going to be trouble. No doubt about that. Once they arrive, you can see from their body language that everybody's up for a fight. So you decide what to do. During your pre-match conference, you tell them, hey, guys, take it easy. We know it's a competition, but nobody's here to kill each other. I'm going to go hard. If I see a card offense, I give you a card. You warn them ahead of time. Once the game starts, you go like that. You keep it. Otherwise, if you allow the foul start to build up, you also lose control. Yeah. So you decide not to card all through the game, unless there's a one that you're really forced to card, then you card. So I could see why he was dishing out the cards that way, trying to, and you could see that it worked. It worked in the second half because everybody behaved themselves. People were now a little hesitant in going in hard or committing those offenses that will give them red cards. So yeah, that's the mindset of a referee.
Just, I know you also do games. Do you agree with Ugumo on this one? Because I don't know what he's talking about. I don't think that referee had a good game today. I believe Ugumo is just a referees union.
I mean, you have to understand the level of the game that was played today. This was Arsenal Tottenham, So like Basodon said, the referee had to manage it. Did he manage it properly? No, but given the situation and given the pressure he was under, I thought all in all he was able to contain himself in the second half.
Yeah.
That very first yellow card, the one against Saliba, I even posted on the group. I thought that was a very, very poor yellow card to give because Saliba is he's a centre back. These guys, they're known for going in hard on tackles. And when the game is 5-10 minutes in and you're already walking with a yellow card, you're going to play conservatively. And you don't want that to be the reason why your team loses. Mm-hmm. I can understand you giving a striker a yellow card that early in the game because he's going up against a defender. Well, for you to give a defender that yellow card, I don't know. I thought that was very, very poor. When it comes to the penalty, you had mentioned that the one that Vicario saved to Romero's hand, that's not a penalty. You can't give that a penalty. Romero was right next to him. Vicario saved the ball. It ricocheted and hit Romero on the hand. It wasn't like a save. Romero was making himself bigger. The proximity to Romero was just not enough for me to consider a penalty. So I actually agree with that. Now, what I do not agree with, and I know you guys are going to bite my head off for this, Timber should have been sent off.
Okay.
Going back and replaying the game, the foul that he committed on Poro. Different angles will show you different things, but in real time. Remember, this referee gave that card in real time. Mm-hmm. And then he now went back, Via now took a look at it after the scuffle and all that. But I feel that in real time, that was a red card. He had his studs up. People are saying that he rolled his leg on the ball. He did not. It just happened to be a coincidence that when he had his leg up, he rolled on the ball. That was not his intention. His intention was to protect that ball, and he ended up catching. I'm a defender, so I know what I'm talking about. My intention in a ball like that, my first objective would be to protect the ball, and I would have probably gone the same way he did. But these guys are professionals. These guys are being judged based off of different rules and regulations. I thought that was a red card. Any day, all day, looking at the replays, I would have still called that a red card. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion. Now you guys can bite my head off.
Well, no, not bad. I don't think it was a red card because if you saw the way we see players do that, he was going to step on the ball and turn and twist. But Poro was very, very brave in going in for that ball. Normally, defenders will stand and see what you're trying to do and allow you to fall into their body. But he went in because of course, the game that was being played. This is a North London derby, so it's physical, it's ferocious, everybody goes in 100%. So the defender went in 100%. And unfortunately, and that thing is a very painful thing. I suffered it last 2 weeks at the field.
Yeah, that's why you've not come back.
It's a very, very painful thing. When you kick the heel of a player in that situation, it's always very, very hard. I don't think it was a red, but it was a difficult one for Poro. Yeah, I don't think it was a red. And having done what the referee had done leading up to that point in the game, he couldn't have given a red, because if he had given a red, I think he would have lost control of that game, and it would have been worse. And for the first few times in this encounter, we didn't see any red card. I mean, to the contrary, maybe if you look at it from hindsight now, you give the referee kudos even, because normally Tottenham Arsenal, you're sure after those number of yellow cards in the first half, you're sure that second half there's going to be a red. I was saying that Ateta probably will get one today because of the way the team was going. So, Chama, what's your take about the referee?
Well, he was just there. I didn't like before the end of first half, there were too many yellow cards. But just like you said, I heard what you were saying, that you think the players cooperated and helped themselves. They probably just talked to themselves because they saw how the guy was very generous with the card, yeah. Even Saliba got a yellow today.
Yeah, very.
It was
that was the first one. First 2 minutes or so, or 5 minutes.
Yeah. He got a yellow. And the most interesting thing now, when we talk about Saliba and Gabriel, this is where I come in. If it was Gabriel that was playing on a yellow, my chest would be here. Because Magalhaes, I know, will double the yellow and go. Do you understand? Because of the kind of player he is, he's very physical. He's more like body. He's a body kind of defender. Give you body, just that kind of something. He doesn't have that time to settle down and, arrange himself. He's not like Rolls Royce, do you get? So, but the way Saliba handled his yellow is just very masterclass of him.
Even Timber.
Sorry?
Even during Timber.
Come on now. Pastor Timber, he's chill.
He's not chill. He's not chill. Just like you were saying when you see Gabriel Magalhaes be the one telling somebody else to calm down. That tells you how
the goalkeeper.
Did you see when Gabriel Magalhaes was telling the Timber to calm down?
See, Urian was under severe tension.
He was passion. And Uguma, I don't know if you guys agree with me. The more I watch Timber play now, the more I'm telling myself, if this guy was fit last season, Arsenal would have won the league.
Oh yeah, of course. I got into that.
I'm telling you, the way that guy has played so far, just 4 games to the season. No. What I mean is, okay, don't get me wrong. Let me not say. I mean, like Arsenal actually missed something not having him last season.
You guys about to miss something.
This game today. If he had Calafiori, if he has Zinchenko, if he had Tomiyasu in that position today, Arsenal would consider a goal. I guarantee you that.
You guys are about to miss him because he's either going to be suspended due to yellow card accumulation or he's going to get a red card. I guarantee you that.
Just one game, that's fine. I'm talking about the whole season. He didn't play one game. He only played one game last season in the Charity Shield. That was it. That was it. Last season, he didn't play one league game for Arsenal until the end of the season.
You guys have a potential of what, 64, 65 games if you guys go all the way in all the tournaments. So games still plenty. Make with the watch.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Viewers, don't forget to let us know what you think. You've seen all the talking points today in the Arsenal Tottenham game and the other games you looked at. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Like we always say, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so. Like and share this video. And of course, like just mentioned, a lot of games to be played this season. On Thursday, Arsenal will be traveling to Italy against Atalanta. And next weekend will be Arsenal
against Ademola Lookman, not Atalanta. Ademola Lookman.
That boy is on fire.